So as you've probably found out already on your entrepreneurship journey, it is very stressful. Now, you probably already know that. There's a lot of shit to run, there's a lot of shit to figure out, there's problems constantly, they never end. And on top of that, you also have to manage relationships, employees, you've got to manage girlfriend relationship, family, you've got to keep all of these things maintained and running while running simultaneously a business that brings you income. By yourself, you are your own boss, you have to get up and decide to do the work. No one's getting you out of bed and telling you to be there, you have to do it yourself. There's a lot of responsibility and stress that comes with this lifestyle, but that is exactly what makes it so rewarding, okay? Now, I run 4 different businesses. I've got a girlfriend, I've got a family, okay? I've got a lot of different things that take my time. I've got to work out every day. You know what I mean? There's information I've got to read, I've got to take time to listen and absorb information so I can preach it to you boys properly, the good shit. None of this recycled self-improvement stuff, right? Never ends. So with that being said, you have to understand that stress is just simply a part of this journey. It's not supposed to be a negative thing. This is what I see a lot of people talking about. Oh, you know, stress is so bad, it's such a negative thing. I want to explain to you scientifically. I'm going to get really deep with this now, because I'm not going to give you some motivational bullshit of like, yeah, just think of stress as positive and then it's all good. You're going to be stressed. I had an argument with my girlfriend, talking to my mum about something, she's pissed off about something, 4 different businesses to run, there's a problem here, taxes need to be sorted out for this one, there's another problem here, internet's down, this is fucked, there's just constant stress. And on top of that, you as a man have to bear all of that responsibility and take care of the people that you love, while all of these problems need to be solved at the same time, right? Now, this doesn't have to be negative. You shouldn't be looking at this in a pessimistic way. And, oh, it's so bad, I don't want to do entrepreneurship, I'm just going to get a job at McDonald's instead. This is a good thing, and what makes it's what makes this life so rewarding. It's why you don't give it up. Once you're in it, once you pull back the veil and you realize how good life can be in terms of money and finances and freedom and doing what you want, you never want to go back. Now, the only problem to that then is, well, it's stressful. But then we can eliminate that as a problem too, because I'm about to tell you exactly why stress is not a problem. There are 2 things, right? One of them is called a placebo effect. You've probably heard of that before. Now, the opposite to a placebo effect, fuck me, hydration break real quick, mate. That's unacceptable. The wintertime fucks me up. So, the opposite to a placebo effect, which you probably haven't heard of before, is a nocebo effect. Sounds quite funny, doesn't it? So the placebo effect is if a doctor gave you this pill and he said, this pill is going to cure cancer, right? Instantly, it's going to instantly cure cancer. Because you trust that doctor, because you believe that that pill will cure cancer because he's telling you and you trust him, you believe it with no doubt, your brain and body respond with a placebo effect. Even if the pill was just made of sugar, it didn't cure cancer, even if it was just a pill, it didn't do anything, just because you believe that it will, your body aids itself, it puts itself into a healing state, it relaxes, it releases tension, therefore healing itself, produces stem cells. It's scientifically proven that if you believe your body is healing itself, even if you haven't done anything to do that, your body will aid itself in the healing process. Yeah, it might not instantly cure cancer, but it will help produce more stem cells, reduce bad cells, right? It can do this stuff with the power of your own mind. That's a placebo effect. That's the good side of belief, okay? So if I tell you, for example, stress is good for you, if you feel stress, it's good. It means you are becoming strong, resilient, competent, good at life. If I told you that and you trusted me blindly and you just believed that, then every single time you would feel stress, you'd become stronger, more powerful, more confident, more competent. You would perform better in high octane environments, right? You wouldn't break as easy because you believe this feeling inside of me, this emotion is good for me. The problem is, most people are activating their body and mind with a nocebo effect. They believe it's bad. So if I gave you a pill and I said this pill will melt your limbs, your body will start to eat itself. It's a flesh-eating pill. Again, it's just a pill. Even if it was just a pill, it didn't do anything to you, it's just made of sugar. It's not going to do anything. I just gave it to you and you took it. But you believed, because you trusted me for whatever reason, you believed this pill was going to start making your flesh eat itself. your body would start to fuck itself up. Obviously your body's probably not going to start eating itself, but you'd start to feel a bit ill. You'd start to feel a bit off. You start to be a bit fucked up. Physically, you just won't feel, something's wrong with me, I don't know what it is. It's the power of belief. You can sit here right now, you can close your eyes, and you could vividly put yourself and imagine that you are in a boxing ring, for example, and you're fighting. You can imagine that. And if you do it vividly enough, if you hear the sounds, if you smell the smells, if you feel the punches, if you feel the what we call it, wind. Do you know what I mean? If the punches slips you and you feel the wind as it goes past your face, you feel that in your imagination, your body will respond with a mild state of fight or flight. You might actually genuinely increase your heart rate and start, oh, fucking hell. Right? Cortisol levels will rise. You can do that to your own body just sat here in your gaming chair right now. Your little nerdy fucking broken gaming chair. You could sit here, you could imagine yourself in any scenario that you wanted, and your body would believe that it was there, and it would respond physically. You'd feel the same emotions as if you were in that situation. So do you understand the concept of belief? Do you understand the concept of placebo versus nocebo now? You understand that, right? And you understand how whatever you believe about a certain aspect of life, your body and mind will respond in correlation with that belief. Okay, so when it comes down to stress, it's just an inevitable part of life. It's not going to go anywhere, especially if you're running all these businesses and you've got girlfriends and fucking whatever else to maintain. You're going to be stressed, of course you are. There's a lot to take in. There's constant, never-ending, infinite work that I could do forever. It never reaches a point where it's like, oh, I've done everything. There's always something else I could do. And if you're ambitious, if you're anything like myself and you constantly want to achieve the next goal, the next goal, the next goal, it gets stressful. Now, yes, you could take time to relax. You could take time to meditate. You could take time to go for a nice walk in the sun and just breathe in the fresh air and just not think about anything. Be present. You can do that, and I highly recommend you do. You need balance. You need that time when you're relaxed and you're not thinking about work. You're not thinking about the next task. You're just enjoying living for a moment. That's good, and I want you to do that every now and then. But when you do feel stress, and it's inevitable, and you can't just turn it off like that. You need the stress because there's a lot of shit going on. You need to do this, you need to do that. Then you've got normal house. I've got to do the washing. I've got to wash my clothes. I've got to fucking clean my room. There's dust over there. All of these little things build up, and that's when you start to feel stress. Now, when that happens, when it's inevitable, and you can't just turn it off, the best thing you can do is just convince yourself that in this very moment, that stress is good for me. It's positive. Activate the placebo effect, not the nocebo effect. Believe stress is good for you, because if you're in that moment, you're stressed, you got your room to clean, 4 different businesses to run, girlfriend to maintain, she's mad, you're arguing with her, whatever it may be, all this shit going on. If you then sit there and say, oh, I'm stressed, this is bad for me, my hair's going to start falling out, my skin's going to get short, I don't like being stressed, that's not going to help you in that situation, is it? And it's not going to get rid of the stress either, so it's not going to do anything good for you. So the best thing you can do when you feel stressed, yeah, take some deep breaths, relax your body, breathe in deeply from the belly, etc., etc. You can do these little mechanisms to calm yourself down, but mentally, you got to convince yourself this is good, this is positive. And that comes back to the mindset that I spoke about previously in one of my videos, where I believe everything is good for me. Even if physically it's not, even if like logically, like for example, eating a donut. If I really, really want to eat a donut, and I enjoy eating a donut, I'm not ignorant, I understand there's nothing good that comes from that, right? But if I'm going to eat the donut anyway, I may as well just convince myself that, okay, the sugar in the donut has just given me a new jolt of energy. Now I'm going to go and use it to do push-ups. That energy from the donut, I didn't have that energy before. That's a positive. That's good for me. Eating that donut is now good for me, right? You understand what I'm saying? So you're not doing it in a deluded way. Oh, I'm just going to eat donuts all day, then just convince yourself with the placebo effect. You're not doing it in like a spastic way. It's just if a bad event or if something negative happens to you, or if you induce a negative situation upon yourself. For example, it's my birthday today as I record this video. It's the 13th of December. I'm going to go out drinking tonight with my girlfriend, or I'm just going to get fucking wasted, basically. I'm going to eat some shit food, I'm going to get some booze, I'm going to drink. It's going to be a fun night. I'm choosing to do that. Now, I understand, I'm very well aware these things are not good for me. I'm not deluded, I'm not stupid. They're just nothing but poison. They're just bad for me. Sugar, alcohol, it's just poison. Stay away from it. But if you are going to do it, you may as well just convince yourself, this bullshit, I got you, bro, don't worry. You may as well just convince yourself, this stuff is good for me, right? Because it's happening anyway. And if you start dwelling into the fact, oh, this is so bad for me, this is poison for my body, why did I do that? I regret drinking. Your body's going to respond physically to it. It's going to amplify the negative effects even worse. You understand what I'm saying? So remain positive. Look at everything in life through a positive lens, even the bad shit that you cannot control, such as, for example, stress. It doesn't have to be a negative. You could look at it as it's energy, it's hyper awareness, is making sure I'm getting everything done to a professional standard. I'm not missing things. I'm not making mistakes. If I feel stressed, I've got all these videos to record, community posts, Telegram posts, daily Instagram posts, girlfriends to maintain, family, washing, cleaning my room, all of this shit. 4 different businesses that I've got to maintain and run and make sure the income keeps coming in. I cannot sit here and say stress is bad for me. It's not going to help. Stress is good. It helps me laser in on the task, get shit done. Helps me to stop being complacent and sit scrolling down Instagram. I can't sit and scroll down Instagram or go and fucking watch porn and wank myself off. If I'm stressed, I got shit to do. You understand? So that's how you got to view it. Everything is good for you. Obviously, you understand logically some things are bad for you, but if it's going to happen to you anyway, for example, I'm going to eat the donut because I want to eat the donut, you may as well just tell yourself it's good for me. I've got power now, I've got energy. Cool, let me go and use it to something positive in the gym, for example. Because you've ate the donut, you enjoy it, yeah? The effects of it have already happened on your body. You've got the stomach full of sugar. By telling yourself, oh, why did I do that? The donut's so bad for me, I feel like shit. You're making it even worse for yourself. Tell yourself it's good for you. Crack on, make up for it, go and do some push-ups. You understand? Same with the stress. Use stress to your advantage. Use it as fuel to get things done as quickly as humanly possible in a professional manner without making any mistakes, not stuttering, freestyling, off the dome, just like this. Boom. That's how you do it. All right? Coaching's down below. Sexual mastery courses down below. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Boom.